what's up? Think you gon' play me, just know that I'm not one of them. Feel like I don't know you, don't come around, no invaders them.
It's your boy Nutto, back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the type of man that consistently gets attractive women. If you're new here or already been here, going to click that like button, going to comment, going to subscribe, click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and get into the topic, man. So the type of man that consistently gets attractive women, man. I'm talking about like very attractive women. It could be the women that are just attractive and that stand out, that you can walk out with, that look real good, however you want to phrase it. But the thing is, it's getting misconstrued, and the internet has done a very, very wonderful job in blurring the lines between what is really attractive and what's making everything seem like it's an objective attraction thing, when it does somewhat play somewhat of a part, but it's not really the reality in things. When you actually look outside and see who the attractive women are holding hands with, who they're out with, who they're actually just having families with, and who they're really dealing with in a realistic world. And a lot of guys are really in the dark about this thing because most of these guys just sit on the internet and think that is a whole bunch of just giga chads that just gets these women, and it's not the truth. And what I say on this channel, I'm gonna say this right now, because I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm saying. If you don't like what I'm saying, then get the hell off my channel. What are you watching me for? There's no sense in you watching me if you don't like the kind of stuff that I'm saying, because I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not finna be over here capping and saying that, oh, this is what it is, and that's not the truth. I'm gonna keep it a buck over here. And I'm telling you right now that the type of man that gets attractive women on a consistent basis doesn't even look like those types of guys. And shout out to Ron Wills, because he definitely put that on Front Street with that as well. And shout out to Cousin T-Taw, because when the women say that they want a man in uniform, and they usually fall under the category of the roughneck, and that's where they have solid body builds, but they're not chiseled like the internet say that you need to be to have these top tier chick looking women or whatever. Because there's a lot of bad chicks walking around with solid body build dudes that ain't like 9 to 10% body fat and all that stuff, saying that you got to get lean and all this to be able to get those type of women. Keep thinking that. And even if some women do follow those guys and do fall over those guys, that doesn't mean that the other guy that has the solid body build doesn't get his. You see what I'm saying? So many guys are just blinded by, oh, this is the top tier physique. This is what this. He's getting all the women. He's getting all the tricks. A lot of those guys still have trouble with women too, and they just ain't saying nothing. Some women will jump in their DMs and stuff like that, but you got to understand, you got to be able to hit them on multiple fronts too. And that's the type of man that will be able to connect with the woman on different levels. And they're going to hit them with the physical. They're going to hit them and attract them with the physical bait. And they're going to look solid, and they're going to look presentable, and they're going to keep themselves up, of course. But they don't have to look like no pretty boy and extra handsome supermodel type looking dude to do that. Have a little bit of grit to you. There's nothing wrong with having some grit to you, man. Like, you're a man at the end of the day. Be a man. Look like a man. Look like you can do something. Look like you can fight. Look like you can protect her. Look like you can actually just work and be able to produce. Just look capable. That's what I always say. Just look capable. And that right there is enough right there. Like, at the end of the day, all these like looks things and the way that y'all feel like women view men and how they put them on a scale of all this like that. Women can tell who they want to mess with in the first few seconds, in the first minute, or whatever like that. And you don't have to be a supermodel to do that. What I think what it is a lot of guys have seen that these supermodel guys, they'll be on there and they'll see all the girls like, oh, he so look like this, he look like this, but they just seen something on the internet and they feel like, oh, that's all that there is, that's all they want. Oh, this is what I need to be. Oh, I'm not that, so I'm screwed, and all that stuff like that, instead of working on being the best type of man for themselves and bringing their best presentation and actually getting their body to the best that it can be, and seeing who likes that, and actually going outside and presenting themselves in a nice, good manner. You have you some grit to you, get nice and groomed. You take care of yourself, the essentials, but you ain't got to sit there and look like no pretty boy and be a freaking supermodel to do that. And you don't. I'm not going to cap about that. I know I talk about being attractive, but being attractive is a subjective, especially depending on the individual woman, because you never know what the individual woman like. You never know what makes her tick. And another thing too with this is guys, they'll be trying to talk to a chick, right? And they end up getting rejected by the chick. And what happens is they'll end up seeing that chick talk to a dude that fits that type of image that the internet push, that say that, oh, this is the guy that gets all type of chicks and all that right there. And now all of a sudden they feel like they've lost out to this because they don't look like this, and now they're forever spiting dudes that look anything like that because the girl that they wanted to talk to that guy, and now they spiting that type of thing. They're spiting that image, and now all of a sudden they feel like that's the only type of dudes that get the women and to get the chicks. But you never know what kind of chicks might be feeling you. A lot of guys are always worrying about the chicks that don't even like them. That's a big thing right there. A lot of guys are busy trying to raise interest of chicks. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of good dudes are doing too much chasing. There's a difference between just doing a pursuit. Okay, if you see something you like, and if the feeling isn't mutual, you're supposed to move on. A lot of guys want to keep trying to press a chick, keep trying to press this, trying to do that. If you know the chick ain't even showing you any type of interest, and you trying to walk up and you trying to make something happen that just ain't meant to happen. She don't want it to happen. But you trying to, now you see that she doesn't like your physical presentation. Now you trying to peacock with other things. Now you trying to use your other thing, your other possessions and stuff. I remember I seen this guy. He made a video and it say you got to be silent to get the kitty or whatever. And he was saying that he was helping this girl with the credit, right? This was the story. Yeah, he said he was helping her with the credit, and she owed him some money or something like that, right? So he was trying to talk to her. He was trying to have conversations with her, but he wasn't getting no text back from her. You see what I'm saying? He was trying to talk to her type deal, right? And he said in his story that when he went to meet with her after those times when she was ignoring him, he pulled up in his nicest car. And he said he was dripped out, and he pulled up with her. And now he said all of a sudden now she want to start messing with him. Now she want to start hitting him up, and oh, now you want to do this and now you want to do that. And he was trying to tell guys that, you see what I'm saying, guys? They wanna do all that until, like, bro, like, you led with the money. You led with the money. He had some good points he was talking about, but he was leading with the money. So the fact that he had to pull up in his nicest car for her to even talk to him or give him any type of attention should already tell you everything you need to know about that chick right then and there. You see what I'm saying? So you shouldn't even want the attention of that chick because she didn't even like your physical presentation. That's what a lot of guys are doing. They're chasing down women that don't even like their physical presentation. And now they're thinking that the men that get the women are the guys that look like whatever this type, or the woman that's just going after money, and they're confusing the gold diggers for actually quality women. Because a lot of women out here are really just acculturated prostitutes. Shout out to Ron Wills or what he was saying. A lot of those women are like that. But a lot of those guys, they'll look and say, oh, she's so bad. She's a baddie. Oh, I want this and want that. There's a difference between a baddie and a beautiful woman that got quality and that has respect for herself. The baddie just go for anybody that got the cheese and got the money that's going to provide her the lifestyle. Some of them get to the point when they're getting picky and they want the guy to look good as well, but all that. But at the end of the day, it's all just a money grab for them. It's all like a money grab. They got a story out there right now where two chicks then flew out to see this guy that was from Chicago that stay in Atlanta, and they seen that, oh, he's a young lit guy, and they was like, oh man, I want to fly out. She paid for the flight to fly out to this guy because he was flexing money and doing all that. I guess he was like a scammer or something. Like, it's a real popular story right now. You can go and look it up. It's on the Shade Room or whatever. Y'all probably ran into it. And they flew out to talk to him, and he ended up just like, I guess he was standing them up and making up his whole thing. But when I look at the stories that the women were telling when they were saying, oh, he was faking his lifestyle, he was doing this, so it was all about the money. It was all about the money. Somehow she was getting throat spray and all this other stuff so she can do freaky stuff and all that. So she was dropping everything just to be over there because she thought she had a lick. So this woman had 3 kids and she flew out there just to talk to them. But a lot of guys be chasing down women like that. You see what I'm saying? And now they'll think that, oh, and if he, like, say for instance, a guy go and talk to that woman and she rejects him, and then he sees her doing this, see this story, and all of a sudden he feel like, oh, I gotta be this, oh, I gotta have money now. See, that's what guys do. They end up just making it seem like just because the woman passed on you and you see the guy that she went with, that all women are like that, or you don't fit that archetype. No. The types of men that consistently get attractive women, they understand that it is what it is. They charge it to the game. Whatever women don't like them, just don't like them. They have no value for them. They're not gonna sit there and just waste their time with that. And at the same time, they're treating the beautiful women like normal because they have a lot of confidence and they're cool in within themselves. You see what I'm saying? They're good with themselves. They're comfortable with themselves, their own physical presentation, what type of man they are. They're comfortable with what they are. They are doing the work to make themselves be the best presentation of themselves. And if the woman doesn't value that, hey, he cool on that. He all right with that. He not gonna sit there and try to press the girl. He not gonna sit there and try to pressure her into liking him and doing none of that stuff, none of that needy stuff. And they like that. The attractive women I've dealt with really like when you really treat them normally. Like really treat them normally and not sit there try to act like, oh, they're the Queen Elizabeth and all this and trying to shower them with night. There's nothing wrong with giving them a compliment, but not trying to kiss their ass while you do it. It's a big difference between giving her a compliment. Okay, you be like, okay, yeah, you look good, you look sexy, look fine today, and that's fine. But it's different between when you sitting there praising the chick and you want to drink a bath water and do anything for her and all that stuff like that. That's craziness. You see what I'm saying? So those guys aren't going to be doing that, but they're comfortable and thorough within themselves and their own presentation. They're not worried about what the outside world says conventionally attractive or objectively attractive or none of that stuff. Only the guys that are on that black pill stuff worrying about what another guy's jawline look like. They don't care about that. When you go outside, that's not what's being presented out there. Like honestly, go outside and see who the beautiful women are really with, like on a consistent basis, like really out there. You see them with normal guys, they're just using them for the money. You don't know what the situation is, and look and take a good look at the man's body build. Look at his presentation. Look at the body language that they have together. You could tell, like in a lot of these cases, you can tell that there's definitely some physical flair going on there. Definitely. So I'm gonna tell you like this right now. There's nothing wrong. I have nothing against like hustlers that's getting the money and doing that. I just don't want you to lead with it. I don't want it to make you. To be honest, like how they say a sleeper build, and you don't see the physique until you wear something tight or you take it off somewhere else or something like that. I want you to have a sleeper lifestyle. Almost like that, yeah. I almost have like a normal lifestyle. That way, then when she get involved with you, she like you for your presentation. And then when she see the lifestyle you live, dang, that's a surprise to her. That's how I would want to do it if I wanted to attract a chick with that type of thing. I want her to like me first as a human being instead of me presenting a lifestyle. Because now you get mixed signals. You don't know if she wants you for the lifestyle or whatever it is and all that. I don't want a chick to like me for my lifestyle. I don't give a damn if it works for some guys. I don't care about that. I want her to like me. I want her to want me, my physical presentation. I want her to like the human being before the lifestyle that the human being lives. I want that. And that's fine with me. And hey, that's the road less traveled, and it's harder to get it that way, but it's fine. Because when you get to the point where you're able to consistently attract chicks, you don't worry about that. That's why we make ourselves into this virgin, and you make yourself the most attractive version of yourself because you can attract them back to back to back. So it don't work with this chick, it work with next. You got plenty of options. You got enough women that want you. So that's the whole point of that. And the man that consistently gets attractive women is going to understand that. He's a man. He's comfortable with himself. He's comfortable with his principles. He walks on this earth like a man. He don't let nobody disrespect him. A woman are drawn to that. They understand that he's confident in himself. He's not scared of her, and he'll put her in her place. He just shouldn't have to put her in her place, but if need be, if she feel like she can try him, she ain't gonna really want to try him because of the way he respects himself and the way he carries himself. So it's getting to the point where you're not even going to end up getting tried, even if she do want to try you. You see what I'm saying? So the man that's going to consistently get attractive women is going to understand that, and it's not going to look like some supermodel type guys that these black pillars are putting in yourself. So I don't want you guys that's watching me to get tainted with that and feeling like, oh, you got to look like this, you got to have six pack abs, you got to look like all this and all that. No, you don't. You definitely don't. But I do encourage that you hit the gym and do get a solid looking build. Get a solid looking build. As long as you look capable, as long as you got the V look, you know what I'm saying? The V kind of X frame type deal. As long as you look capable, like you can do something, you can slam something, you can lift something, like you could jump around, do something, and handle business. That's about all they want. That's all they want. As long as your stomach ain't hanging way over like you got a horrible, you need a big weight loss program or something like that. But a little bit of stomach doesn't matter. That's fine. As long as you a nice solid build. Trust and believe me, that'll take you a long way. And treating them normal and understanding that they're still just regular human beings, you'd be surprised how far they go. See what I'm saying? You're not eating out their hand like the rest of these guys. But it's easier said than done. Because I can say, oh, this all day about the chick, but I get around a beautiful chick and don't know how to act. I'm sitting there trying to show out in front of her and do all this other stuff. No, don't try to show out in front of her. You just being normal. You treating her like a normal human being. You don't let the beauty even affect you. I get to the point where I just want to check what kind of person they is, what kind of things do we click. Okay, we passed the physical attraction test, but okay, do we click? What do we agree on? Let's get inside your head. Let's see what you thinking like. What's your mind like? That's what I'm focused on. I like making connections. You get to that point, and even if the chick that I make a connection with might not be as objectively, I guess, by society standard attractive as this other chick, but this chick that's lesser attractive by objective and society standards will be more attractive to me and a better woman for me at that point in time because she's with the program and we click. And if we and this other chick that look a little better than her don't click, then it doesn't make any sense for me. Not to say that you gotta settle for anything or nothing like that. All I'm saying is when you in different situations and the chick just ain't as attractive as that one, but she is attractive, period. Bro, come on, bro. Just cause see this chick over here like an Instagram model and this chick here just a normal chick, but she can spruce up and she's still turning heads and breaking necks and stuff, bro. She ain't gotta be an Instagram model level or whatever, because a lot of them got work done anyway. But a lot of these chicks right here, y'all messing up the regular sevens and stuff like that, eights and stuff like that. Y'all making it seem like they just trash compared to them. No, those are more thorough type of chicks. But anyway, a lot of guys that just sit on the internet and don't go outside don't understand it and never will. They never will. They'll sit there and still be making these troll accounts, going on these videos, trying to talk smack about stuff when they don't understand it. They leaving their money, probably tricks, and never had a woman actually be attracted to them for who they are anyway. But anyway, it's your boy Noto back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And I appreciate you guys for coming to watch the video. Remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves if they willing to work at it. I'm out.